Check, check, check. Check, check, check.
Very good, thank you.
That's where all the action is, I might as well stay here.
Might as well, yeah, you might as well be in the game now.
And you got a chair.
I know.
Yeah, we're waiting for you.
And you got my best side, too, really.
Good.
Yeah.
Big number
You
3.
could probably Photoshop these people out.
This.
Yeah.
Just do the first movement, AA, 2 times. 2 times. The whole section twice.
Allegro Moderato.
Twice. Just repeat it.
Twice.
Do the next one.
Next movement.
Twice through. Okay. Don't play the last one.
Oh, yeah.
You repeat it once? Repeat?
Repeat it once.
Begin. Oh. Great.
What was that?
There's a little bit of a delay.
Yes. I can tell.
Okay, so you start? Okay. All right.
No, he doesn't.
Yeah. So we're just gonna start playing the overture. The cue is that when he goes up there, we play the overture. So we're doing another waterworks.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Just one piece of information. A photo will be taken of each graduate on the platform. From November 7, 2014 to February 16, 2015, graduates will be able to download a print quality photo at umb.ca/graduation/convocation. The ceremony is being live streamed and broadcast at umb.ca/graduation/convocation. If you have any privacy concerns in relation to this video, contact the University Secretariat at secretariat@umb.ca or 506-453-4613. Thank you very much and enjoy your afternoon.
Simplissime Cancelleri, Placetti tibi ut officium incipiat.
Plaquette.
Ladies and gentlemen, while you're all still standing, let us take a moment at the start of our ceremony to recognize that earlier this week, 2 Canadian soldiers, Nathan Cirillo and Patrice Vincent, died in senseless attacks in Ottawa and in Quebec. May we please take a moment of silence to remember them. May their duty to their country not be forgotten. Thank you all. Please remain standing for the prayer of invocation given by Chaplain Kevin Bork, Protestant Ecumenical Chaplain with UNB's Campus Ministry.
Thank you, Dr. Campbell. When we gather here today and we enter into a moment of prayer, it's my goal to do so in a way that offers a deep, deep recognition for the diversity of persons, worldviews, and spiritual traditions that are represented here today. So no matter where you find yourself in the conversation that surrounds words like prayer and spirit, my hope is that today's prayer of invocation would greet you with a deep respect for your ways and your path. So as you gather yourself here today, I invite you to close your eyes and let your thoughts drift to what brought you here today. Let's pray. Living spark, great spirit, creator, Allah, our source that is known by many, many names. On this day of celebration, we begin by giving thanks for the gift of life. It's life that is within us to celebrate, and celebrate we shall on this day. For dreams, for hopes, for perseverance, we have come here on this day. Thank you. Thank you that we are here to see this day. It could have been otherwise. Thank you. For tomorrow, for the days that will soon be underfoot, we pray for our graduates, that you would steady them with courage, hope, and wisdom. For dreams, big and small, all of them belong to you, each with their place beneath the stars. For love, for fathers, mothers, sons, daughters, partners, friends, professors, many more, each with a role to play, a song that says, thank you, on this day. So, Creator, for the day that is before us and the joy that is within us, we say thank you on this day. Amen. Waliwin.
Please be seated. I will now call upon Imelda Purley, UNB's Elder in Residence, to deliver a traditional Wolastoqui Maliseet welcome. Imelda.
Kolasi Kopa Wolastuguk. I welcome you to our traditional territory, Wolastuguk. Wolastuk is the original name of the St. John River. And you thought you were done learning, weren't you? But Wolastuk is the traditional name of our river. It's been renamed St. John, but we know it as Wolastuk. So we as people of the river, we give gratitude for that rain you might have been complaining about today. It's a blessing in my culture. And so as a blessing of these emotions that we're feeling today, that's what that water, that sacred water symbolizes. So I'm going to beat my drum in the 4 directions because we come from the 4 directions. And to the 4 directions we will go with the new wisdom that you have gained from this territory. May you carry the good news you've learned in our territory to the places you're going to take your new wisdom. The song is called Wulastuk. It's an honor song for that beautiful river. I'm going to sing it in my language first. I'm also going to sing it to honor the incoming Lieutenant Governor, who is Acadian, in her language as well. And then I'll finish it off with English. Left behind by the first Eldrin resident, Sagate Gwenbear, Leewan.
Thank you, Elder Purley. I'm going to take a moment now here at the beginning of our ceremony to introduce you to our platform party. I would ask that you hold your applause until I have finished. Members of the party, when I call your name, please stand briefly. Joining me on stage are Wayne Albert, Dean of Kinesiology, Mark Bedard, President of our Associated Alumni, Amanda Benjamin, Associate Professor in the Faculty of Education, Chaplain Kevin Bork, who you met earlier, David Burns, Vice President Research, Ellen Carasetta, Professor Emerita Honoree, Shirley Cleave, Associate Vice President Academic, Karen Cunningham, Acting Vice President Finance and Admin, Patrick Dara, past honorary degree recipient, Gwendolyn Davies, our university orator, Sarah Deverin, university secretary, Chris Diddick, interim dean of engineering, Roxanne Fairweather, a member of our board of governors, Cindy Flan, assistant university comptroller, Margaret Grant McGivney, director of our Associated Alumni and a member of our board, Tom Gribbons, member of our board, David Hinton, our registrar, Chris Huskelson, honorary degree recipient, Sean Kennedy, Alan P. Stewart, teaching award recipient, John Kershaw, acting dean of graduate studies, Van Lance, dean of forestry and environmental management, George McLean, dean of arts, Dave McGee, dean of science, Andrew McAllister, acting dean of computer science, Keith McAlpine, director of New Brunswick College of Craft and Design, and I have to say it gives me special pleasure to welcome the leader of one of our sister post-secondary education institutions here in Fredericton, Alison McCain, our Chancellor, Catherine McCain, Chair of UNB's Board of Governors, John McAvoy, Professor of Law, Devashish Mitra, Dean of Business Administration, Elizabeth Parr Johnson, President of UNB from 1996 to 2002, and a special pleasure to welcome you back here, Liz. Shelley Pelkey, member of our board, Imelda Purley, you just heard from our elder in residence, Sherry Rose, Alan P. Stewart Teaching Award recipient, Ann Sherman, Dean of Education, Bob Skillen, our Vice President Advancement, Cynthia Stacy, Dean of Renaissance College, Karen Taylor, member of our board, Dimitris Trifonopoulos, Acting Dean of Graduate Studies, Kathleen Valentine, Dean of Nursing, Edward Beach, Professor Emeritus Honoree, David Woolnough, member of our board. Thank you all for being a part of this special day. I'm pleased now to call upon our Chancellor, Dr. Alison McCain, to deliver the welcome address. Alison.
Members of the Board of Governors, President Campbell, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, and importantly, graduates. It is my privilege to welcome you to this 60th Convocation of the University of New Brunswick here in Fredericton. And graduates, allow me to officially congratulate you on your achievement, which is moments away from being recognized. Your hard work, your talent, your determination have finally paid off. You've received an education, but importantly, you've grown, whether you realize it or not, while you've been here at UNB. You've learned to think critically, to make informed decisions, and to communicate with others. You've matured, amassed new knowledge and skills, and developed leadership capabilities that will serve you well as you go out from UNB. This is a great time, I would suggest, to be a university graduate, and your opportunities are limitless. Whatever path you do take, just remember, you have the potential to make a real difference in this world, in this community. We all have a responsibility to become engaged in the issues that affect our communities and affect our world. And I would say to you, the only thing I would say to you is try to give back a little more than what you received as you walked along this path in your life. Bring about change, challenge things. The world needs new ideas. But today, you're getting a degree, and it's in recognition of the skills that you possess. And that's important for what you do in the future. But today is a day of celebration. So what I'd suggest you do is just enjoy the moment, savor the success that you have achieved, and have a really good time. But tomorrow, put that aside, and let's really get going with what we're going to do in this world. Congratulations again.
Thank you, Chancellor McCain. I would now like to draw your attention to page 10 of the program. The medals listed for presentation will be presented at today's ceremony. All other medals and prizes will be presented at faculty awards ceremonies or can be picked up at the Financial Services Office in the IUC Physics Building. On behalf of the university, I want to congratulate all of the recipients, and let me express our hope that you will maintain the high standards which you have demonstrated in qualifying for these awards for the rest of your lives. I would now ask Associate Vice President Academic Dr. Shirley Cleave to assist Chancellor McCain with the presentation of the Governor General's Gold Medal and the Lieutenant Governor of New Brunswick Silver Medal in Education.
The Governor General's academic medals were created in 1873 to encourage academic excellence across the nation. Over the years, they have become the most prestigious awards students in Canadian schools can receive. This afternoon, we will announce the recipient of the award representing the highest level of achievement, the Governor-General's Gold Medal for Academic Excellence in Graduate Studies. All students completing a master's thesis or report or a doctoral program at UNB in a given year are eligible to be considered for this award. I am pleased to announce that the Governor-General's Gold Medal for 2014 goes to Dijui Shu, who received a PhD in computer science last May. Dr. Shu is working in Ottawa and was not able to attend today's ceremony, but please join me in a round of applause in recognition of his remarkable accomplishment. Through the generosity of His Honour, the Lieutenant Governor, a silver medal is awarded to the outstanding graduating student in each of the faculties on the Fredericton campus. The Medal for Education is awarded at the Fall Convocation. I am pleased to announce that the Lieutenant Governor of New Brunswick Silver Medal in Education is awarded to Richard James McFarlane. I've just been notified that he's not here either, so maybe a bigger round of applause now.
Our university cannot be successful without the highest quality of education and teaching. It's appropriate that we should formally acknowledge those who number among our very best. I would like to once again call upon Dr. Cleave to introduce the recipients of the Dr. Alan P. Stewart Memorial Award for Excellence in Teaching.
The Dr. Alan P. Stewart Memorial Award for Excellence in Teaching was established by the University Senate in 1972 to recognize teaching excellence on the part of some of the many teachers of whom this university is very proud. Each year, a committee of Senate, composed of faculty and students, selects the recipients of this award from nominations made primarily by students. For 2014, the Dr. Alan P. Stewart Memorial Award for Excellence in Teaching is being presented to two outstanding teachers. I would ask that they come forward when their name is called. Dr. Sean Kennedy. I would now like to ask Mark Froment, a third-year PhD student and one of Dr. Kennedy's students, to come up to the platform to read his citation.
Good afternoon. Sean Kennedy started at UNB in 1999. He teaches modern European history and believes strongly that the study of history helps his students to see events in a broader context and facilitates a deeper understanding of the world. For Dr. Kennedy, a well-constructed lecture is a starting point for deeper learning and the development of one's own informed views. He helps his students develop the skills of the discipline by setting the stage in class, presenting alternative perspectives, and having students build on this framework by reading original documents and interpretations by scholars and producing their own written material. Not only does Dr. Kennedy possess a tremendous knowledge of the course material, but he also conveys a genuine enthusiasm for the subject matter. In introductory classes, he starts students with small, in-scope, low-stakes writing to help them build capacity and confidence. Further scaffolding is provided by having major papers submitted in stages and providing extensive feedback. Here's what some of his former students, current students, and colleagues say about him. Dr. Kennedy was by far one of my best professors at UNB. He not only taught well and showed enthusiasm for the subject matter, he showed a genuine enthusiasm for the subject and concerned interest for all his students. No matter what the topic he was teaching, he made it interesting and exciting. Another student said Dr. Kennedy's office was always welcoming. Whether an appointment had been made or if you simply knocked on his door, he was incredibly helpful and never hesitated to print an article or lend a book, but if he thought it would help. Sean Kennedy exemplifies and maintains the demanding standards set by previous generations of professors of history at UNB, and there is scarcely a more worthy recipient of the Alan P. Stewart Award for Excellence in Teaching.
Dr. Sherry Rose. Ashley Frowley, who will receive her Bachelor of Education degree today, and a former student of Dr. Rose's, will read her citation. Ms. Frowley.
The reason Sherry Rose is such an exceptional educator is because of the creative freedom she cultivates in her classes. Both in the classroom and in person, Dr. Rose is a dynamic and powerful communicator who possesses the gift of being able to make complex subjects understandable. Dr. Rose is someone I can go to if I'm struggling with a situation both academically and personally. She genuinely cares about her students' progress. She has motivated and challenged me to actively learn and constantly reflect on my own learning. These are a few of the comments about Dr. Rose from us, her students. Dr. Rose started in the Faculty of Education in 1994, while continuing her role as a classroom educator, teaching every grade from kindergarten to grade 12, as well as holding positions as vice principal and principal. She currently teaches graduate and undergraduate courses in curriculum development, literacy learning, assessment literacies, and cultural constructions of childhood. Dr. Rose's innovative teaching techniques include seeking feedback from her students on the effectiveness of her teaching methods, treating her students as colleagues, and fostering an environment where her students are not afraid to take risks and ask questions. She has a seemingly endless wealth of resources to which her students always have access. She never judges her students for what they did not do in preparation of her class, but instead creates ways to ensure meaningful learning is taking place during in-class activities and peer-mentored think-pair shares. Sherry sees her students as both learners and educators. She seeks to be well-read, organized, planned, enthusiastically engaged, thoughtfully responsive, and critically reflective about her own practices and her relationships with each learner. In addition to her teaching responsibilities, she is the co-director of UNB's Early Childhood Center, where, in collaboration with others in her field, she conducts research that informs early childhood curriculum development. Dr. Sherry Rose radically altered my experience in the education program. She challenged this stubborn, grade-obsessed woman to think and reflect critically and continually seek ways to make learning meaningful for myself and the students I teach. I am grateful for her mentorship. It is for educators like Dr. Rose that the Alan P. Stewart Award was created, and I am honored to be here today to recognize her, her commitment to her students, and her excellence in teaching. Thank you.
Congratulations to Dr. Kennedy and Dr. Rose on winning this, our most prestigious teaching award. At this time, we will confer the honorary rank of Professor Emeritus or Emerita. The candidates will be presented by the Associate Vice President Academic.
The Professor Emeritus' distinction is awarded only to retired faculty members. Criteria for the honorary rank include teaching performance of exceptional merit, extensive research, publication of unusually high quality, creative contributions to the administration and development of the university, and a record of professional conduct that indicates fair and ethical treatment of students and other members of the academic community. Candidates must be approved by the university's Board of Governors. It is my pleasure to invite Dr. Ellen Carasetta to come to the front of the platform. I would now like to call upon Amanda Benjamin, a former colleague of Dr. Carasetta's, to read her citation.
Thank you. Ellen Carasetta to be Professor Emerita in Education. Ellen Carasetta served the Faculty of Education and the University of New Brunswick with dedication and distinction for almost 20 years. She began her career at UNB in 1993 as an assistant professor and was promoted to associate professor in 2000 and to professor in 2006. In addition to her teaching and research duties, Ellen took on a number of administrative functions within the Faculty of Education. From 2005 through to her retirement in 2011, she served as acting and then associate dean of graduate programs and research. She was instrumental in helping to get the faculty's new PhD program off to a strong start and guided new graduate programs through UNB's and the Maritime Province's Higher Education Commission's approval processes. During the 2009 and 2010 academic year, Ellen was Interim Dean of Education, and she provided solid leadership through a time of transition for the faculty. Ellen received her Bachelor of Arts degree from McMaster University, a Master of Education degree from Brock University, and a PhD from the University of Toronto. She has a solid record of research in the field of policy in higher education and university teaching. She has spoken at numerous workshops and conferences about self-directed learning, faculty development, and adult education. One of Ellen's important achievements at UNB was the development of the Instructor Development Program for the New Brunswick Community College. The program was developed in partnership with the New Brunswick Community College and Nunavut Arctic College to assist in the professional development of community college instructors. She worked to design curriculum that would help instructors learn practical skills for the development and implementation of the curriculum they teach. In her role as graduate supervisor, she supervised and co-supervised 6 MED and 6 PhD students and has been a member of 11 other MED, PhD, and MBA supervisory committees. She often stepped forward to take on students who were struggling and proved to be a very good mentor for them. For her willingness to help students, Ellen was nominated for the Allen P. Stewart Award for Excellence in Teaching 3 times. Ellen's colleagues speak of her tireless efforts to support students and faculty. She was a valued colleague, a respected mentor, and an excellent educator who made a lasting contribution to the Faculty of Education and the university. She is most deserving of the honor of Professor Emerita at the University of New Brunswick.
Insignissime praeses simplissime cancelaria tota universitas, commendo vobis Helenam Crescetum ut ea conferitis honoris causa de titulum ac statum professoris emeriti in hac universitate.
Ego confero vobis, Helena Carasetta, ab munera tua huic universitati diu et insignitur explita titulum ac statum professoris emeriti in universitati Novi Brunswick.
Professor Edward Veach, I invite you to please come to the front of the platform. I'd like to call upon John McAvoy, a former colleague of Professor Veach's, to read his citation.
Edward Veach to be Professor Emeritus in Law. Edward Veach arrived at the University of Brunswick in 1979 to take on the role of Dean of Law, having already held teaching appointments in Nigeria, Uganda, Northern Ireland, Illinois, and Ontario. A native of Scotland, Ed earned a Master of Arts degree with honours in history and a Bachelor of Laws degree from the University of Edinburgh. During his term as dean, Ed recruited a large cadre of law teachers, most of whom would remain at UNB for the rest of their teaching careers. It was they and their successors who turned a professional school into a serious academic institution of high reputation. As dean, Ed oversaw the design and construction of the expansion of Ludlow Hall, which created additional classroom space and a much-needed extension to what is now the La Forêt Law Library. A major factor in building the reputation of UNB's Faculty of Law was its role as host from 1994 to 2004 of the Canadian Bar Review, Canada's most influential law journal. The journal came to UNB because Ed was its editor. As well, for a decade, Ed edited the New Brunswick Solicitor's Journal. He took on both of these editing duties while fulfilling his commitments as a respected member of faculty and maintaining his research agenda. As both dean and colleague, Ed encouraged junior faculty members in their work. His restless intelligence was and is an inspiration to all. Ed epitomizes the word colleague. Although now formally retired, he continues to serve UNB Law as our most active contract academic instructor. Throughout his career, he has published 67 articles and commentaries, 7 chapters in books, and 42 book reviews. He has made 6 major addresses and was awarded the Queen's Silver Jubilee Medal for legal service to Canada and the Distinguished Service Medal from the Canadian Bar Association. In addition, Ed has served as a reporter for the African Law Reports at Trinity College, Oxford. He was an associate of the Uganda Law Reports Project, an associate of the Parliament and an associate parliamentary draftsman with the Government of Uganda. He was also a member of the Consultative Group on Research and Law with the Social Sciences and Research Council of Canada and a consultant and counsel for the Provincial Committee on Official Languages. With a record of more than 30 years of outstanding service to the legal and academic profession in Canada and at UNB, Edward Veach is most deserving of the rank of Professor Emeritus at the University of New Brunswick.
Insignis me praeses, amplissime cancellaria, tota universitas, commendo vobis Edwardum Veach, ut eo conferitis honors causa titulum extatum professoris emeriti in hac universitate.
Ego confero vobis Edwardus Veach, ab emerito huic universitati, dio et signature explicita titulum extatum professoris emeriti in universitati Novi Brunswicki. Ladies and gentlemen, we will now proceed to the conferring of an honorary degree. The recipient will be presented by orator Dr. Gwendolyn Davies.
Christopher Huskelson, to be Doctor of Science, honoris causa. A native of Shelburne, Nova Scotia, Christopher Huskelson has had a long relationship with the University of New Brunswick, beginning with his receiving bachelor and master's degrees in electrical engineering in 1979 and 1982, respectively, and continuing more recently with his 3 sons studying engineering at UNB. It was at UNB that Christopher Huskelson became interested in power engineering and in the energy business in general, joining the Nova Scotia Power Company in 1980. His early work was in the area of software engineering, installing monitoring control systems, and participating in building the Annapolis Tidal Plant, a still existing experiment in Fundy tidal power. Working his way up in Nova Scotia Power in positions such as Superintendent of Hydro Productivity at the Mersey Hydro System, plant manager of the Lingan and Glace Bay generating stations, and executive vice president of operations. He became chief operating officer of Emera and Nova Scotia Power in 2003 and president and chief executive officer of Emera in 2004. As such, he now heads an international utility company with its central office in Halifax, but corporate interests in 5 provinces, 20 American states, and 6 countries, including locations such as the Bahamas and St. Lucia in the Caribbean. An advocate of clean power, Mr. Huskilson noted in an interview with the Globe and Mail published in July 2014 that, and I'm quoting, almost all the places we do business, Nova Scotia, New Brunswick, the Caribbean, all are very carbon-intense electricity markets. So the opportunity to reduce the carbon intensity and reduce emissions from electricity in those markets is what we focus our strategy on. To this end, Emera has entered a partnership with Nalcor Energy in Newfoundland and Labrador to build a hydroelectric power station on the lower Churchill River to transmit electricity via a 170-kilometer underwater cable to Nova Scotia and New England. This $7.7 billion Muskrat Falls hydroelectric project is on track to start generating power in 2017 with full production the next year. And the maritime link of the project is estimated to create an average of 300 jobs per year for the Atlantic region during the construction period. Noting the collaborative contribution of Emera and Nalcor on the Churchill Falls project, and citing other career initiatives as well, the Energy Council of Canada co-presented Chris Huskilson of Emera and Ed Martin of Nalcor with the 2013 Canadian Energy Person of the Year Award in recognition of the major contributions both have made and continue to make to the energy sector in Atlantic Canada. Indeed, Mr. Huskilson's corporate commitment to clean power extends from professional undertakings such as Muskrat Falls in Labrador and solar and wind energy initiatives in Barbados, right down to his personal life, where he drives a battery-powered car to and from his office in Halifax every day. As part of Mr. Huskilson's contribution to his profession and the community, he has served as chair of the Greater Halifax Partnership, chair of the Canadian Electricity Association, chair of the Energy Council of Canada, and a board member of the Halifax Metropolitan Chamber of Commerce. Somehow, in the midst of this busy professional life, he has also created time to stimulate educational, research, and leadership initiatives in both the university and the region. A member of UNB's Forging Our Futures campaign cabinet, and a sponsor of the university's entrepreneurial leadership program through the Wallace McCain Institute. He has been an exponent of Emera's investment in graduate scholarships for master's students from Atlantic Canada and Maine studying engineering or computer science. He has also been an advocate for literacy and early childhood education initiatives in New Brunswick, including Emera Brunswick Pipeline support of the UNB SJ Promise Partnership Program, enabling 10 underprivileged students from the Hazen White St. Francis School area of St. John to attend first-year university. Under Mr. Huskilson's leadership, Emera has also supported the work of those involved in the Learning Partnership dedicated to promoting a strong national public education system, and has contributed to regional charities, including the Salvation Army Good Neighbor Energy Fund and the IWK Children's Hospital. In his interview with the Globe and Mail in July 2014, Chris Huskilson indicated that after he graduated from the University of New Brunswick, one of the things that he had wanted to do was, and I quote him, to stay in maritime Canada and in Nova Scotia if possible. Not only has he achieved that goal, but he has done so while becoming one of the top business leaders in Atlantic Canada, and by heading up the largest multinational company based in Nova Scotia. He has also accomplished this while earning the tribute of his colleagues for, and I'm quoting them, for his depth of knowledge, his wisdom, and his judgment. It is with great pride that the University of New Brunswick now bestows upon him the degree of Doctor of Science, honoris causa. Insignissime praeses, amplissime cancelleri, tota universitas, praesento vobis, Christo ferem huskelson, ut habitator honoris causa, ad gradum doctoris in scientia, in hac universitata.
Ego admitto te, Christopherus Huskelson, honoris causa ad gradum doctoris in scientia, in universitati Novi Brunswicki. It is now my privilege and a great pleasure to invite Dr. Christopher Huskelson to address our convocation. Christopher.
Well, good afternoon, Chancellor McCain, President Campbell, members of the Board of Governors, faculty, ladies and gentlemen, and most importantly, you graduates. In fact, it's wonderful to look out and see all these smiling, happy faces. The only faces I see that are happy are in the audience with friends, family, and parents. I feel humbled to accept this honorary degree from UNB. Thank you. I'm so proud to be associated with this institution. The faculty and administration really care about making a difference in this region and for students. I'm honored to speak to you on such a special day in your lives, and at a place that's been such a significant part of my life. Not only did I earn my degrees here and form lifelong friendships, but my three sons, as you heard earlier, have also continued the UNB tradition. As you're well aware, today is the culmination of all of your hard work and dedication. Know that you've received a world-class education that can take you far. But now it's up to you. I was just like you, a guy from Shelburne, Nova Scotia, with a shiny new degree. I've succeeded relying on my education and willingness to take risks. The world is yours, and you are prepared. But what you make of it will be decided by your confidence, your attitude, and most of all, your approach. When I thought about your graduation day, I thought about those things that were the same for mine. But the more I thought about it, the more I realized how extremely different the world is now compared to when I was a new graduate. Back then, at least in my field, the electricity industry was undergoing huge changes. Electricity generation had been forced to shift after a global oil crisis. The result was a dramatic increase in the price of oil, and therefore a shift from oil to coal and nuclear. Today, while many of those plants still operate today, we're undergoing another major shift in the energy business. Now there is demand for clean, renewable sources of power to displace fossil fuels. This change, like all changes, takes innovation and preparation, ingredients that you have received here at UNB. Whether it's exploring tidal energy in the Bay of Fundy, incorporating new wind projects across the region, or building the maritime link to Newfoundland Hydro, innovation is at the forefront of achieving goals and meeting social and environmental demands. In a phrase, success depends on our ability to adapt and innovate. As I'm an engineer, I've always appreciated the quote by Theodore Van Karman, who said, "Scientists study the world as it is, engineers create the world that never has been." The world that never has been. I think it applies to all innovators and all disciplines. It's just about attitude. When I think about Atlantic Canada, I think about the opportunities, and they abound. As a proud Maritimer, it meant a lot to me to be able to earn a world-class education right here in the Maritimes. And it has meant even more to have been fortunate enough to have built my career here as well. I believe Atlantic Canada is a place people should strive to go to, not just a place to be from. We're doing some exciting things in this region, and there's growth here, and that leads to opportunity. In fact, the Atlantic Provinces Economic Council has identified $122 billion worth of spending in this region over the next decades. This year alone, there is $15 billion worth of capital being invested in this region, much of which is in the energy sector. At Emera, we're always looking for great people, so you never know. We may see you again sometime soon, hopefully in the near future. No matter where you end up or what kind of work you do, I hope you always test the limits of your imagination, push the boundaries of your capabilities, and create positive change that will impact future generations to come. But today, graduates, today is your day. Thank you for allowing us to share it with you. I want to congratulate you once again, and now I suggest that you enjoy the day, savor this moment, and tomorrow, go for it. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Dr. Huskelson. We will now proceed to the conferring of degrees in course. Before we proceed with the conferring of those degrees, however, I want to acknowledge that 3 of our MBA graduates who have traveled from Kiev, Ukraine, to attend today's ceremony. Galina, Tatiana, Yulia, thank you for traveling all this way to be here with us. And to all of you, yes, we're very happy to have you with us. And to all of you, from near and far, who will graduate here today, may I extend to you, on behalf of the whole of the university community, our warmest congratulations. When you first came here as a student, you became a member of the UNB family. And today, all of this family, from your teachers, fellow students, some of your friends and family, yes, even some administrators, are here today to share in your pride in reaching this important milestone in your lives. We are here to recognize your hard work, your sacrifice, and we are here to wish you every success and every happiness in the future. We hope that you will always value what you have learned here and that you will forever remember your alma mater with great fondness and affection. As each of you receives your degree today, you will be presented with a University of New Brunswick alumni pin by the UNB Associated Alumni. We will begin this part of the ceremony with the bachelor's degrees. They will be followed by the master's and then the doctoral degrees. Candidates for the bachelor's degrees will be presented by the university orator.
Degrees in course, bachelor's. The bachelor's degrees of Arts, Science, Medical Laboratory Science, Science in Engineering, Science in Forestry, Science in Environment and Natural Resources, Business Administration, Science in Kinesiology, Recreation and Sports Studies, Nursing, Computer Science, Science in Software Engineering, Education, Philosophy, and Integrated Studies. Candidates will remain seated for the supplication. Insignissime praeses, implicime cancellari, supplicant senatui et vic venerabili collegio gubernatorum, he baccalaureus vel scholares. In facultate artium, in facultate scientiae, in facultate ingenieria, in facultate silviculturae et rerum naturalium curandarum, in facultate administrationis rerum negotiosarum, in facultate kinesiologica, in facultate nutricia, in facultate rerum compudendarum, in collegio restaurationis. Quorum nomina ac studia iam riti cognitus sunt et promulgata, ut admitantur et proprium baccalaureus gradum in sua quisque facultate.
Placetne vobis senatores, placetne gubernatores, ut his supplicatores admitantur.
The supplicants for the bachelor's degrees will now stand for presentation by the orator and admission by the president. Insignissime praeses, amplissime cancellari, tota universitas, praesento vobis hosci supplicatores in super dictus facultatibus, ut admitantur et proprium baccalaureus gradum in sua quisque facultate, testorco ilios quod omnia quae statuta nostra requirent, aptos et idoneos esse.
Ego admitto vos ad gradum baccalaureae in Universitati Novi Brunswicki.
You will now proceed in your assigned order onto the dais for individual acceptance. The Dean of Arts, Dr. George McLean, will present the Bachelor of Arts diplomas. Bachelor of Arts with honors, Brianna Joyce DeLong. Bachelor of Arts, Sarah May Beth Farker. Rebecca Melanie Como. Alexander Stewart Cook. Kathleen Constance Veronica Evans. Amanda Gallant. Jessica Dawn Langdo. Daphing Lang. Billy Joe Dawn Moore. Kristen Elizabeth Moran. Tessa Dawn Rayfuse. Catherine Florence Simpson. Bridget Laura May Wheaton. The Dean of Science, Dr. David McGee, will present the Bachelor of Science and Bachelor of Medical Laboratory Science diplomas. Bachelor of Science, Sarah Lindsay Boy. Amanda Dawn Didichuk. Jeffrey Christopher Murphy. Lauren Ray Van Gen. Bachelor of Science in Engineering. The Interim Dean of Engineering, Dr. Chris Diddick, will present the Bachelor of Science in Engineering diplomas. Gift Obakam Owa. Carl Matthew Hank. Joshua Reen Lorette. Joshua William Ritchie. The Dean of Forestry and Environmental Management, Dr. Van Lance, will present the Bachelor of Science in Forestry and Bachelor of Science in Environment and Natural Resources diplomas. Bachelor of Science in Forestry, Tyler David Selleck. Bachelor of Science in Environment and Natural Resources, Alyssa Daphna Hine. The Dean of Business Administration, Dr. Vishas Mitra, will present the Bachelor of Business Administration diplomas. Bachelor of Business Administration with honors, Jordan Joseph Russell. Eric Gilbert Finn. Josephine James Tamakaya. Brett James Stillwell. Matthew James Roy Washburn. Bachelor of Business Administration, Tiffany Marie Laza English. Daniel Joseph Alexander Lacosta. Matthew Robert Andrews. Sungju An. Courtney Alice Blackmore. Julio Jose Fernandez Zucca. Drew Royal Wayne Graham. Holly Christina Poirier. The Dean of Kinesiology, Dr. Wayne Albert, will present the Bachelor of Science in Kinesiology and Bachelor of Recreation and Sports Studies diplomas. Bachelor of Science in Kinesiology, Courtney Adele Skinner. Bachelor of Recreation and Sports Studies, Miguel Angel Arridiga Virel. Laura Christina Arsenault. Erin Lynn Seymour. The Dean of Nursing, Dr. Kathleen Valentine, will present the Bachelor of Nursing diplomas. Bachelor of Nursing, Shelby Ann Morrissey. The Acting Dean of Computer Science, Dr. Andrew McAllister, will present the Bachelor of Computer Science diplomas. Bachelor of Computer Science, Amanda Nellie Diane Craig. Jean-Sébastien Charles Damour. The Dean of Education, Dr. Ann Sherman, will present the Bachelor of Education diplomas. Bachelor of Education, Brittany Carolyn Nancy Allison. Richard Blair Champagne. Erin Elizabeth Connors. Jonathan Dwayne Copeland. Jessica Marie Doucette. Bradley Douglas Dunnett. Marie-Christine Catherine Aymon. Sarah May Beth Farquhar. Ashley Dawn Frawley. Rebecca Jacqueline Glancy. Julie Ann Glaspie. Inez Tristeo Gomez. Thank you. Adam Fraser Grimmer. Jacinda Dawn Hallahan. Kara Christine Johnson. Devin Nye Manes. Tammy Marie Oliver. Margaret Cavell Parkin. Brianna Louise Perrault. Joyanne Paula Seeley. Kelsey Dawn Tucker. Chantel Marie Alicia Allen. Alicia Leanne Hogan. Drew Michael Noyles. Carrie Ann O'Donnell, sorry. Christopher Jonathan Jones. Bachelor of Integrated Studies, Rebecca Dagny Dorina Lagerhoff Haynes. Christopher Scott Rayworth.
This completes the awarding of the bachelor's degrees. Let's have a round of applause for our graduates, please. Some pretty happy faces in that group. We will now confer the master's degree in course. The candidates will be presented by the Acting Dean of Graduate Studies, Dr. Dimitris Trifonopoulos.
Degrees in course, Masters. The Master's degrees of Arts, Philosophy and Policy Studies, Science, Science in Engineering, Engineering, Science in Forestry, Environmental Management, Computer Science, Education, Science and Exercise and Sports Science, and Business Administration. Candidates will remain seated for this application. Insignissime praese amplissime cancellari supplicant sanatui et huic venerabili collegio gubernatorum hic bacalare vel scholares in facultate artium, in facultate scientiae, in facultate ingenieriae, in facultate silviculture et rurum naturalium curadrarum, in facultate remum computaradum, in facultate educationis, in facultate kinesiologica, in facultate administrationis rerum negotiarum. Quorum nomina ac studia ia rite cognita sunt et promulgate ad admintantur ad proprium magistri gradum in sua quensqua facultate.
Placetni vobis, senatores, placetni gubernatores, ut hi supplicatores habitantur.
The applicants for the aforementioned master's degrees will stand for presentation and admission by the President. Insignissime praese amplissime cancellari tota universitas praesanto uobi fosci supplicatores in supra dictis facultatibus ut admittantur ad proprium magistri gradum in sua quaesque facultate testorque illos quad omnia quae statua nostra requirant aptos et idonios esse.
Ego admitto vos ad gradum magistri in Universitati Novi Brunswicki.
You will now proceed in your assigned order onto the dais for individual acceptance. Acting Associate Dean of Graduate Studies, Dr. John Kershaw, will present the master's diplomas. Masters of Arts, Alexandra Emily Bose. Bradford, oh, sorry. Wait. Bradford Edward William Gosse. Master of Philosophy in Policy Studies, Ye Min Thant. Master of Science, Christy Lee Beal. Kim Barbara Klassen. Master of Science in Engineering, Mir Pochtaba Bakhtash. Leila Ben Bezruri Muqtadam. Christopher John Kasky. Ji Juo. Jacob Douglas Hicks. Arpad Kormedi. Patrick Reginald Gordon Richard. Master of Engineering, Osama Mahmoud Bashnak. Garth Roger Christie. Kader Kisher Dave. Master of Science in Forestry, Jose Alberto Cubero Moya. Master of Environmental Management, Emily Catherine Lennon. Anders Erik Landholm. Christopher Hugh Smith. Master of Computer Science, Augustin Schiffe. Dan Hen. Damian Tyler Jewett. Nimet Oniz Umar. Ling Chen Stu. Master of Computer Science by coursework, Sunil Kumar Ravikumar. Apkar. Master of Education, Laura Beth Allen. Limia Muhad Al-Mutairi. Sonia Dominica Anier. Natasha Marie Babineau. Allison May Baker. Robert David Baker. Juanita Margaret Barrett. Peter Allen Batt. Julie Marie Baye. Patricia Stephanie Boudreau Lemon. Pearl Catherine Bork. Derek Keith Bowering. Carolyn Rose Campbell. Tiffany Ann Charlton. Sarah Jenna Coughlin. Celinda Susan Crandall. Amanda Jane Dean Chartrand. Tara Lee Delaney Thompson. Deborah Jacqueline DeMello. Adam Nicholas Dion. Megan Elizabeth Donovan. Ashley Daniel H. Com. Catherine Michelle Foster. Gail Francis. Michael Fred Frias. Megan Rachel Jean Gallant. Cynthia Faye Gilks McInnes. Belinda Jean Jameson. Amy Amanda LeBlanc. Diane Louise McLeod. Nadenza Maskurova. Matthew Richard Thomas Aguirre. Karen Ann Miller. Sarah Louise Morrison. David Keith Murdoch. Jessica Bella Odell. Scott Daniel Patterson. Jessica Lynn Peterson. Carmen Allison Quinn. Jamie Lee Virginia Richardson. Brent Andrew Rowney. Lisa Ann Stairs. Tracy Lee Stewart. Robin Leanne Stiles. Lori Elizabeth Thompson Hay. Bruce Thomas Laurie Thompson. Caitlin Ann Thompson. Julian Dale Train. Trina Lynn White. Suzanne Mary Wilson. Todd Gordon Wilson. Craig William Woodcock. Margaret Kyla Wolfsmith. Yu Wei Wu. Master of Science in Exercise and Sports Science, Jessica Lauren Colford. Robin Hillary Hampton. Master of Business Administration, Galina Alexandrivna Bazrahan. Christopher Paul James Burt. Ryan David Daly. Ning Di. Tatiana Volodymyrivna Krinichstaka. Nada Nuhad Alana Sarkis. Yulia Valerievna Segura. Degrees in course PhD. The degree. Okay, go ahead.
We have to have a round of applause for this group of students. We We will now confer the degrees of Doctor of Philosophy. The candidates will be presented by Dr. Trifonopoulos.
Thank you. Degrees in course, PhD. The degree Doctor of Philosophy. Candidates will stand for this application. Insignissime praese amplissime cancellari supplicant senatui et huic venerabili collegio gubernatorum. Magistri vel baccalaureari ad adventantur ad grantum philosophiae doctoris.
Placetne vobis senatores, placetne gubernatores, uti supplicatores admittantur.
The candidates for the degree Doctor of Philosophy will come forward and stand before the dais for the admission. Insignissime praese, amplissime cancellari, tota universitas praesanto, uobi hosce supplicantores, ut admittantum ad gratum philosophiae doctoris, testoscuro illos, quad omnia qua statuta nostra requirant aptos e idonios esse.
Ego emitto vos ad gradum philosophiae doctoris in Universitati Novi Brunswick.
We will now proceed, you will now proceed in your assigned order onto the dais for individual acceptance. Tammy Lee Lynn Armstrong, English. Dr. Armstrong researched how Atlantic Canadian poets question and articulate human-animal relations in contemporary poetry. Their inquiry is the first to establish the importance of Atlantic Canadian identity by placing it in the context of the animal encounter. Dr. Armstrong's ongoing work affirms the critical role of Canadian writers in the fields of eco-criticism and animal studies. Seamus Alexander Blair, Chemistry. Dr. Blair examined exceptions to the minimum polarizability principle, semi-quantitative relationships among various molecular properties, and additive models for several properties. His findings contribute to the understanding of molecular properties and relationships between them. Debbie Lorraine Chomiak, Clinical Psychology. Dr. Chomiak examined the role and impact of patriarchal controls that limit women's full access to urban public spaces and identified how women negotiate these limitations. Her findings contribute to a deeper understanding of the inequalities embedded in public space and offer direction for change that would improve the quality of urban life for women. Justin Claire Gibbings, Interdisciplinary Studies. Dr. Gibbings examined the work experience of Canadian mothers during their children's early years. She found that the family resources contributed by working mothers improved their children's early literacy skills. Sean Alexander Heyman, Dr. Heyman investigated the deterioration of concrete when exposed to de-icer chemicals and demonstrated that a chemical decomposition is the cause of the deterioration. His findings contribute to improving figure pavement designs when de-icers are to be used. Anthony Alexander Brian Hopley, clinical psychology. Dr. Hopley validated the personality model of substance use, used the model to predict institutional substance use, and explore the relationship between personality, substance misuse, and antisocial personality disorder in male offenders. His findings serve to guide the treatment of substance use disorders and offender management strategies within the correctional system. C. Hu, mathematics. Dr. Hu investigated the complex dynamics of several intra-guild predation models. His theoretical results and simulated numerical findings can be used to explain field observations and to predict other potential interactions. His findings contribute to improving the understanding of species interactions involving intra-guild predation, and he has made great contributions in applied dynamical systems, mathematical biology, and ecology. Chutima Kongavardodom, chemical engineering. Dr. Kongavardodom worked to enhance the accuracy, sensitivity, and reliability of a hydrogen effusion probe to measure metal corrosion rates of carbon steel feeder pipes used in the Canadian CANDU nuclear reactors, and he has demonstrated the robustness and effectiveness of this device. Her findings contribute to further development of a device for continuously measuring metal corrosion rates in power plants, the pulp and paper industry, and petroleum refineries, resulting in a reduction in plant shutdowns and catastrophic accidents due to corrosion. Caroline Michelle Longtin, biology. Dr. Longtin used a combination of DNA sequencing and morphological identification to investigate the distribution of kelp species in the maritime provinces and verified the taxonomic identity of an overlooked species in the North Atlantic Ocean. Her findings provide new baseline data on kelp distribution and emphasize the need for a combination of molecular and morphological identification of species in future ecological studies. Ainsley Mary McDougall, clinical psychology. Dr. McDougall investigated factors that impact the compliance of community-based offenders with case management plans and identified various treatment variables that are important considerations for maximizing effectiveness of interventions designed to reduce recidivism. Her findings contribute to developing more effective interventions for managing and rehabilitating offenders in the community. Matthew William Brian Rogers, education. Dr. Rogers' research explores the limits and possibilities of critical filmmaking pedagogies in generating action towards social change in the lives of youth. For his research, Dr. Rogers coordinated a documentary filmmaking initiative called the What's Up Doc program in a number of high schools in New Brunswick. His research contributes to the field of educational theory, teachers' pedagogical practice, and educational initiatives for social justice. Xiaoping Song, chemical engineering. Dr. Song investigated effects of green materials on barrier properties of paper products for packaging and demonstrated significant improvement in water resistance and grease resistance of treated paper products. Her findings contribute to the development of new green-based packaging materials.
Let's have a big round of applause for all our graduates.
Congratulations, graduates. Please note that an English translation of your diploma has been placed inside the folder behind the parchment. In 2011, on the occasion of UNB's 225th anniversary, a new tradition was introduced, the UNB coin. I'd like to thank all those who made this tradition possible, from the committee who worked very hard to get the coin just right, to the associated alumni who made a significant financial contribution in support of the project. We hope this coin will carry your individual memories of a life-changing experience at UNB and serve as a reminder that when you combine an ambitious goal and personal dedication, you can attain anything. Maybe more importantly, let this coin be a symbol that you were, are, and will always be part of our family, the worldwide family of thousands of UNB alumni who work to better our world each and every day. We hope you hold your coin with pride. We are certainly proud of you. We know you leave us with more knowledge, a greater sense of community, and the potential to make a significant difference in the quality of your own lives and the lives of those you touch as you take the next step in your life's journey. Congratulations on a job well done. I now invite representatives of UNB's faculty, staff, and alumni to present the 2014 UNB coin.
I would now like to invite Mark Bedard, President of our Associated Alumni, to deliver the welcome to our newest alumni. Mark.
Mr. Chancellor, honorary degree recipient, Mr. Christopher Huskelson, Mr. President, distinguished guests, family and friends of UNB, and graduates, good afternoon. It is an honor to share this special day with you, a day that has been highly anticipated by you, your family, and friends. Congratulations again. From the moment you decided to pursue further education here at UNB, you became part of a new family, a family that shares a unique and lifelong connection to UNB. Today you are joining one of the oldest alumni associations in the country, an association that began with little more than 200 graduates, has grown today into a worldwide network of over 78,000 alumni, a network that has grown not only in numbers, but also in collective spirit. I am hopeful that during your time here at UNB, you became cognizant of the important role alumni play in enhancing the overall student experience. Whether it was support for tangible things like buying books, funding campus rec programs, helping students participate in conferences and study abroad programs, or alumni contributions to UNB's scholarship and bursary programs. These are all contributions to help students succeed. Alumni also help by mentoring students, helping them find meaningful work and co-op opportunities, and helping them prepare for their careers, sharing their expertise and advice with the people who manage the university, getting involved in UNB events and activities across the country and around the world, helping to convince others to entrust UNB with their children's education, and act as ambassadors, helping us share UNB's story. Your impact on the world will certainly be great, but please remember that your impact on UNB, even once you leave, can be just as great. As the UNB Associated Alumni, we foster the link that keeps you informed about what is happening at your alma mater, providing events and activities to keep you connected with each other and to our future student body. Your involvement serves to strengthen our family, so I encourage each of you to keep in touch and stay engaged. We are looking forward to hearing about the next stages of your journey, where you end up, and the positive impact that you will have on your community and the global world. Congratulations on your success. We are so pleased to have you as part of the UNB alumni family.
Thank you very much, Mark. On behalf of the faculty and the staff, the Senates, our Board of Governors, on behalf of the Chancellor and myself, I extend to all who have received their degrees here today our most sincere congratulations on your achievement and our very best wishes for your future. Very few of you made it here alone today. Let's take a moment to think of all of those who have aided you on your journey to this particular place, whether they are able to be with us here today or whether they are in some distant place. I'd ask our graduates to stand and lead a round of applause for these people here, those who have aided you wherever they are. Thank you. A special thank you to the St. John String Quartet, David Adams, Danny Sametz, Christopher Buckley, Sonia Adams, and trumpeter Robert Dutton for providing the music for this, our 60th Convocation. Always a treat, people. Thank you so much. I would also like to thank all of those who have assisted with the arrangements for this convocation, making it a special day for all of us. At the conclusion of the ceremony, everyone is cordially invited to attend a reception in the atrium of the Student Union building. The Associated Alumni will be selling diploma frames at the reception, and a photo booth has been set up for you to capture more memories with your family and your friends and your fellow students. It is now my pleasure to invite Sarah Farquhar, who received both her Bachelor of Arts and Bachelor of Education degrees today, to come up onto the platform and to lead us in the singing of O Canada. I would ask that everyone rise and please remain in your places until the academic procession has retired. Sarah.
Well, I'm not that efficient. I forgot the checkbook. I know. So I'll have to get you the check.
Yeah. Walk out.
Here's the trumpets.
Folder, please. Folders, please. I know you're busy. I'm sorry. I'm just following order.